Here we go. First question. Let's go.
What are some of the things you've seen from your group out of the last two scrimmages?
I see a group that has a lot of depth, that plays really hard. You got leaders in that group, and guys are starting to really, get familiar with those guys. And you see the young guys starting to feed into it, and I'm really excited about this unit.
And we've kind of heard from outside linebackers, Chetta has kind of latched on to David, and
Yeah.
who are some of the young guys that are kind of latched onto your older guys?
I think Lee with Keyshawn. You start seeing flashes from him using his hands and doing a lot of really good things in the scrimmage. Amir Washington's having a really great camp as a pass rusher for us, and as a guy that can, that's showing mental toughness and fighting through plays and playing at a high level.
So who are some of the young players that are making an impact and might find their way into the 2D?
Well, I don't know about the 2D. We're gonna be where I look at 7 guys. I don't know about the 2D. You see where it's gonna be a lot of bodies coming in, but the 2 guys I just named with Keyshawn and Amir are young guys that you're really excited about. I don't look at Cofield as a young guy. He didn't play a lot of ball. He got 3 years, but he's pretty much like another one, behind a Lee Hunter. So I don't look at him as a young guy, and he doesn't approach it as a young guy.
What does Cofield's offseason look like in terms of progression?
By the end of the year last year, he was playing at a high level. You just seeing the guy keep taking steps. That's why we recruited him. Guys did a great job of evaluating him coming out of high school with Blanchard and his staff and myself. And, you see that guy, and he's been here. So he guys love our head coach. They love our defensive coordinator. It makes my job really easy because these guys want to play hard. They want to play hard.
You said there's 7. Can you name those 7?
God, you don't know them? Shoot, I don't know. Nah, well, you look at AJ, you look at, Skyler, you look at Lee Hunter, you look at Cofield, you look at Doodle Banks, you look at you look at Keyshawn, and you look at Amir. Those are guys that you're walking in the stadium and say, let's go play.
Coach Wood last week kind of talked about the fact that these guys have meshed so well so quickly.
Yeah.
Can you kind of just touch on that? He said that with all the transfers that came in and all the returners, it just feels like they've gotten together so quickly.
Yeah. I hear that around the country when people talk about the transfers, and that doesn't happen here in Lubbock. When you come here and you feel the love from Texas Tech, you feel the love from everybody here in Lubbock, Texas, and then how Coach then built our program with the brand, those guys naturally get attached to each other. We're a close unit here, so when I hear that around other places around the country, that's not a problem here in Lubbock, Texas, because our boys, they want to be here. These guys made a choice to be here, and they want to wear the black and red, so let's go play.
Last season, Coach McGuire and Coach DeReer kind of talked about pass rush lane integrity. What have you guys done over the offseason?
I don't talk about it. I love those coaches. I don't talk about pass. This is Coach Wood's defense. We talk about Coach Wood's defense, and we don't have that problem. We got pass rushers here, and these guys, they understand what we want. Me, Coach CJ, Coach TJ, and all of us are a real close unit, and these guys, they come ready to play. They come ready to practice. They practice hard, and we're excited about this group.
On that note, how do you like playing under Coach Wood's defense?
I ain't been under a whole bunch of great defensive coordinators. And he's the next one. Everybody always knows he's been a guy that's been a top 30 defense, top 25 defense every year. I'm getting to learn from another defensive coordinator that had done it for, years in a system that's been successful for years. So I'm excited. This is me being the older coach now that I'm getting to learn and continue to learn. And when you learn in different things, you can make your players a lot better players. And that's what I'm excited about.
In terms of NFL tape, is there any teams or players in specific you guys watch?
No, we don't need to watch a lot of NFL tape. We get guys where they can go, and they have guys that they look up to that they can watch film. Different things that pop up on social media that I think is pretty cool, or techniques. I send it to those guys on different platforms. But we build in our stuff from what we want to do here in Lubbock, what we want to do here under Coach Wood's defense.
Coach, I know next week is kind of you're getting ready for the game, so you're going to go through your normal routine. But the week prior is normally when you start simulating that kind of stuff.
Correct.
What have you guys kind of been focusing on and simulating to get them prepared for next week?
Oh, it's really with the coaching staff right now. We started working on different, breakdowns that each coach will be assigned to, that we can get those breakdowns so we can know what we need to look for, what our defensive coordinator wants going into a game week. We're starting to implement certain things, but our guys, right now, we're still in camp. We're in camp right now, so we're going through it day by day, working in camp, talking a little bit of things about Arkansas Pine Bluff, but right now we're trying to get ourselves better at doing the things that we do.
Got time for about one or two more.
How's the adrenaline for yourself, knowing that it ain't gonna be hitting each other
Yeah.
next week, you're gonna be hitting somebody else?
You know, it's crazy you said that. Man, I'm just really excited. I'm blessed to coach this unit. You know, it looks up and, you know, it's like 11 or 12 years. And it's probably been, you know, when I look back at my career, you know, it's only about 4 or 5 times where, you know, you look and you said, I had a unit like that. And you're trying to maximize it. Well, I got a unit like that. Texas Tech has a unit like that. Coach Wood has a unit like that. Coach McGuire has a unit like that. And, you know, it's the defensive line. So it starts with us, it ends with us. And we want to put it in our back. We understand it. And we got the leaders to lead not only our defensive line, our defensive tackle room, but our defense and then this team as you look at it. So I'm really excited.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate
We'll play
you.
after in a second.
All right.